So is the winner picked at random, or is this an epic war waged with wit and wisdom?
I don't know, but you won.
YugiNoNo.
Alright, you guys, congratulations to Joshua Hetzler for winning the Cyber Dragon Infinity mats. These mat giveaways, of course, are sponsored by Meta Mats, made by us, designed by you. And actually, very soon, you guys, you're going to be able to purchase mats on their website designed by me. So, fun fact. But yeah, guys, that's going to be a subject for a whole other video. Congrats once again to Josh. Go ahead and message me on Facebook with your address so I can get this mat to you. And if you guys are just really sad that you did not win a mat, it is fine. It is fine. I got you. I have another mat to give away to you guys. I'm going to use my Yugi Jesus powers to keep these coming for you. This mat is actually really cool. It's unlike all the other mats that I've given away so far. This is a Duelist Alliance era mat. It's got Cleaforts on here, like Cleafort Scout. It's got Necrods on here. I'm not sure if it's got Burning Abyss on here. I think it does, but it's got Infernoids on here. It's got Ritual Beasts on here. I mean, it's just got everything. It's got like literally everything. I'm not sure about Burning Abyss. There might be a Burning Abyss monster on there somewhere. I don't have time to look and stare at this all day. But either way, you guys can see the mat. It is really, really cool, really well made. So if you guys want to win this mat, then go ahead and dick slap the like button on this video, then go onto my Facebook page. The link is down in the description. And then just leave a comment on the thumbnail to this video saying that you want to enter to win the mat and say whatever else. And that is it, you guys. That's all you have to do to win these mats is just like this video and then go to the Facebook page. That is it. But now that I have gotten the mat giveaway winner and the next mat giveaway out of the way, we can move on to the main topic of this video, which is going to be the ban list. I know I'm going to be beating a dead horse here, talking about the ban list. So many other tubers are going to be talking about the ban list because we know we're going to be getting a ban list in August. So you're going to see me, right now make this video. Other tubers have already made this video. Other tubers are going to be making this video. But that is because we're all excited to actually get a new ban list. And on top of that, I'm sure other tubers as well have gotten, requests from fans, to hear their thoughts on the ban list, on what it might be. And I know I have. I know I've gotten several of you guys wanting to hear, my thoughts on a new ban list. So yeah, that is what I'm going to be doing in this video. I'm going to be giving you guys a more realistic expectation or a more realistic prediction of what the ban list is going to look like. And then afterwards, I'll get into some more ridiculous stuff that I want off the ban list. So first up, let's get the most notorious thing out of the way right now, Max C. Max C is the most talked about card for this ban list by far. And rightfully so, the card is broken. It is broken. And did you see all those memes after Nats? Like, he protect, but he also attack. But most importantly, he sack. Like, those memes were ridiculous. But there's this huge debate going on in the Yu-Gi-Oh community right now regarding the fate of Max C. I think it should be banned. I think it should have been banned a long time ago. I think the card has been and is just way too sacky. And whoever's idea it was to put this card to 1 has the IQ of 1. Now, you guys are going to argue that Max C doesn't need to get banned because links are initially going to be making the game slower, but as I've said, links are going to they might initially make the game slower, but the game will get super fast again. It is inevitable. It will happen. So for that reason, in my opinion, it needs to go away. It needs to be banned. But in other people's opinions, it needs to come back to 3. And I can tolerate that too. I can see that too. Just one or 2 is just horrible. It needs to be at 0 or 3. That's really what it comes down to. I'm on the bandwagon that says it should be banned, but you guys might be on the bandwagon that says it should come back to 3. Either way, both opinions are very valid. And you watch, you guys. Konami will do something about Max C. It's going to happen. So next up for my ban card choices, Gofu. Gofu's gonna have to go away, you guys. I went to one of the OCG or whatever. I don't keep up with things going on over there. All I know is that Gofu is incredible in links and it needs to be banned before it gets too broken and too out of control. I mean, if Konami did come out with links and come up with links with the objective of slowing down the game, leaving broken cards like Gofu out there so that you can just leave the game basically as it is, that's just stupid. Gofu needs to go away. Which sucks because I like Gofu. I think it's a great card, but I acknowledge though that it's just way too good. A lot of you guys are going to disagree with this next one, and that is just fine, but I think Masterpiece needs to go away. I think it needs to be banned, absolutely. Because we had Towers Turbo back in the day, and Towers got banned. I mean, the Towers and Masterpiece is a better Towers. So seriously, we have Towers banned, but Masterpiece here, and Masterpiece is better. That makes no sense. So based not only on that logic, but based on how sacky and how good Masterpiece is, it just needs to go. It needs to get banned. A lot of you guys are gonna say, well, the deck will be unplayable after that or whatever, but look, I mean, if Speedroids lose Terratop because Terratop's broken, then true Dracos can lose Masterpiece because it's broken. And next up, you guys, Konami's gonna do something about Zoo. Zoo is way too powerful. Something has to be done about it. It is the dumbest, most worst design design deck ever. I cannot say that enough. Zoo is the worst design deck of all time. One card exceeds are stupid. It was a dumb idea. Probably the same guy that put Max C to 1 designed this deck. If there was any asshole that needed to be fired. But anyways, you guys, they're not gonna ban rats. As much as I would like to see them ban rat, they're not gonna ban rat because rat is like really, I mean, it is the problem, but it isn't the problem. The XCs that you slap on for free are the problem, you guys. Drident being the main one in my opinion. So Drident or Broad Bull, one of those cards or both of those cards are going to be going to 1 or banned or something. Something is going to be done with those. If you disagree with me and you don't think that Zoo is going to be touched, then obviously you haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh for a long time. You have not had to deal with this terrible, poorly designed piece of shit deck. And honestly, you're lucky. I wish I could say the same. So cards going to 1, okay? So cards going to 1. I think terraforming is going to go to 1, you guys. I think field spells are really, really powerful. They have been really powerful in the game for a little while, and we're getting more field spells that are going to be really powerful. So, I mean, having a generic search card that searches like any field spell, I think is just a little too much. When it comes to field spells, you guys, I feel like decks should have their own built-in searchers like Gravekeepers with Commandant. It just makes more sense to be able to search your deck's field spell within your deck and not be able to search your field spell in your deck and have a generic field spell searcher. Like, it's just too strong. I think terraforming is going to be going to 1 and maybe even to 2. I mean, I think something's going to happen with it regardless. Maybe not on this next list, but on the list after, because I think this next list is going to be pretty reserved. I think Konami's going to be hitting very few things, doing very little with it, and then I think they're going to wait a little bit to see what plays out before dropping the next list. So my predictions here are going to be very, very limited, but I will say, you guys, I think Konami might actually put terraforming to 1. It just makes a lot of sense, and I don't like that. I don't like putting terraforming to 1. I like terraforming as a card. I think it should stay at 3, but just looking at the game and looking at how the game is going, I think that it very well could be going to 1. And next on the list, I have Zodiac Barrage, because if Drident and or Broad Bull get banned, then Barrage will just be fine at 1. It'll be just fine, and that's the only reason I have it to 1. I mean, literally the only reason. If I didn't put Drident and Broad Bull in my banned column, then I would be putting Barrage in the banned column. And the last card that I think is going to 1 is Exciton Knight. You will hear so many other tubers talking about this, and the logic is sound. They just reprinted it, and with links and everything out now, it just makes sense for it to come back. I miss you guys so much. Anyways, and for cards coming to 2, the only card that I think that will immediately come to 2 just for fun is Preparation of Rites, and that is simply because in the OCG they have Prep of Rites to 2 already, and it just makes sense to have Prep of Rites to 2. Here we have a new mechanic. We want to help rituals. We want to help people play the game, and Prep of Rites isn't too broken. You guys are going to be like, whoa, Necroz, right? But I mean, with Bryanak to 1 and Unicore to 1 and all of that other stuff, Necroz are not going to be making a comeback, you guys. I'm sorry. Even with Manju Sinju to 3, even with Prep to 2, Necroz are just not strong enough these days to be making any sort of big comeback. And it breaks my heart to say that because I love Necroz. They're one of my favorite decks of all time, if you guys did not know. And I would love for them to make a comeback. I would love to see those blue cards at every table again. But I just do not think that it's going to happen. I don't think that that's realistic whatsoever. I will give an honorable mention here before I get into cards that I want off the ban list. And that honorable mention is Tribe Infecting Virus. Why the hell in 2017 is Tribe Infecting banned? Why? It makes zero sense, you guys. This card could have came off the ban list a long time ago. It does not need to be errated. It's been power creeped so hard that an errata would just butcher it even more. So yeah, guys, Tribe Infecting is the honorable mention in this video just based on principle. And for cards that I want completely removed from the list, I want Pantheism back. I want to play my Monarchs again. I am very biased towards Monarchs. That's one of my favorite decks, if not my favorite deck of all time, right up there with Cyber Dragons and Heroes and everything else. But I feel like with all this broken stuff that's going to be coming out in Code of the Duelist and everything, I just feel like, you know, Monarchs are not going to be able to make a splash that hard. Now, I might be wrong about that, but still, Pantheism can come to 2. It really can. It can come to 2. I really think it can come off, you know, completely. But let's be fair, like, maybe not completely. To 2 would be just fine. Now, I would like Monarch Stormforth back unlimited, but that would be way too strong. Like, Monarch Stormforth not targeting and stuff and being a quick play and all that stuff is insanely broken, so I will settle for Pantheism. And next up, I want Eradicator Epidemic Virus back. I think it would be really fun to have a powerful trap like that back in the game. I mean, I know it is in the game already, it's at 1, but having it to 3 and, like, you know, having to build like some sort of really cool dark deck around it, you know, like some sort of really cool dark meta slash anti-meta deck, I think that would be really, really cool. Very similar to like Evil Swords back in the day. Once again though, guys, this is the part of the video where I talk about cards that I want back. I'm talking about cards that I want back, not cards that could realistically come back. And now that I have said that, that leads us into the obligatory free Stratos. Like, it's It's not even funny anymore, you guys. It's just sad at this point. We all want Stratos back. We all want Stratos back. So yeah, you guys, that is going to end my banlist prediction. Like I said earlier, I think for this next August banlist, I think Konami's going to kind of just ease into it slow and then like see what happens and then ban more stuff later. I think that is what they are going to do because realistically, we don't know what our meta is going to look like. We don't know what decks are going to be like the top decks, what decks are going to be tier 0, if any, what decks are going to be tier 1, tier 2. We have no idea. So it is just wise to, see how things play out before we just start, cutting everything to pieces. Cut my cards into pieces! Anyways, though, be sure to tell me what cards you think are going to get banned, limited, semi-limited, and everything down in the comment section. I would love to hear your predictions. And as always, guys, be sure to dick slap that like button and subscribe.
Subscribe!